過ぎた季節が嘘だとしても重ねたぬくもりは嘘じゃない君が残した背中の傷跡は今もずっと甘くてだからずっと痛くて
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with another new chapter of The Hero of Senran Kagura. And it's been a while since I've done a chapter on this series in a while now. Personally, the reason wasn't because of me doing writer's block. It was mostly me setting up something I've been wanting to see for a long time, which was only seen in, well, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, but was never taken to a serious degree like I want to. So yeah, so with that said, let's get into this with a recap. In the last chapter, Izuku was accepted into UA. Not only that, it seems like that of Asuka, Yumi, Homura, and even currently comatose Miyabi actually wanting to confess to Izuku, with Izuku actually accepting each and every girl's form of confession from Asuka, admitting that she's always was in love with Izuku, with Yumi also admitting that she's been in love with him ever since they were kids, Homura sending that of a letter to Izuku through his mail, and also Imu breaking into his house and giving Miyabi's confession to him through his room. With that, Izuku now has 4 girlfriends. So, with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 6, Enemies in the Light. Izuku is currently at Akasaka, meeting with one of his girlfriends, Asuka, as instead of meeting as they first met up in front of her family's sushi restaurant. However, they soon arrived at one of the old parks that they used to hang out at when they were kids. As soon, Izuku begins bowing his head to the ground in that of a dojiza, with soon he's saying, "Please forgive me, Asuka," with soon Asuka's eyes widening, looking at her newly minted boyfriend, but saying, "Why are you apologizing, Izu?" With soon Izuku began explaining, that he accepted 3 other confessions from girls that were basically his childhood friends through his life, and that he feels like he's an unfaithful and unworthy boyfriend for her, and would understand if she basically wants to, break up with him already. Within hearing this, Asuka was a little bit, caught off guard by this, but soon she shook her head, and with that of a, kind-hearted smile, as she goes down to the ground and places her hand on Izuku's left cheek, with soon saying, "Izuku, you know you're too kind for your own good. Knowing you, if other girls confess to you, you wouldn't basically turn them down one bit. If anything, you would accept them with no regards to yourself. Instead, you were refused from not seeing somebody being sad. You would prefer them if they could smile, wouldn't you?" With soon Izuku saying, Asuka, saying, with soon she's saying, "Tell me, who are these girls that you confessed to? If anything, I would actually love to meet them, so we could clear this up a little bit." With then Izuku's eyes widened, saying, "Oh, about that. I probably need to call them first, so we could." But soon Asuka saying, "Great, I look forward to it. Just tell me when they're free and when you are as well. I'll try to clear up my schedule, especially from training." As I also hear, turns out the elite team at Hanzo is planning on getting 2 new members this next year. With then Izuku saying, "Oh, really? That's awesome. Do you know who they are?" With then Asuka saying, not completely sure yet. But I hear that one of the girls has that of white hair, and the other girl has pink hair. That's all I know about, though." With then Izuku saying, "Oh, I see." As he soon says this, his phone begins to ring as he got a message from that of Yagayu. As it looks like she sent a picture with then Izuku looking at the message, but soon his face begins turning completely and utterly red as he soon began to basically fumble around with his phone before catching it. With then Asuka saying, what was it? What is it, Izuku? And your face is all red. Saying, "It's nothing. Nothing at all. Trust me. You don't need to know. Promise." With soon she's saying, I'll make an appointment with Yumi. As for Homura and Big Sis Miyabi, that may be a little tricky for me, to be fair." With soon Asuka saying, "Oh, I see. Well then, I look forward to meeting this Miss Yumi. So, see you around, Izu." With soon she going to Izuku and kissing him on his cheek. With then Izuku getting red again. With soon Asuka heading back to her family shop. With then Izuku basically taking a heavy sigh before taking a deep breath and then releasing it as he looks at his phone as the picture that Yajayu sent was basically in that of, well, sexy lingerie, to be fair. As soon on the message it soon says, "A gift for my favorite hero." With then soon Izuku saying, "Oh God, explaining this is going to be really hard to the others. And Miss Yagayu was somebody I don't want to ruin. After all, I did help save her sister, and I don't want to feel like an ungrateful asshole." With then Izuku basically, well, shaking in nervousness, fear, and that's of, well, arousal. Looking at the picture, of course. However, as soon as he puts up his phone, he felt something. He felt somebody looking at him, or rather, it's basically spying on him. With then, he wanted to know on who they were. However, if he basically uses his shinobi training to track them down, who knows who they are? They could be rogue ninja, or they could be some kind of villain thinking that he's an easy prey. Either way, he doesn't have time for this. So he decides to basically lose track of them by basically body flickering and disappearing in an instant. As the person who was tracking him saying, "Whoa, that kid is fast. And he's supposed to be quirkless, was it? That makes no sense." As the person that was spying on him was that of a girl with, well, blue skin, navy blue hair, and that's of golden amber eyes, as she has that of a hero costume, which has that of a crop top that shows a bit of her, well, underboob actually. This being Kariko Owada, or by her hero name is Bubble Girl, sidekick to the pro hero Sir Night Eye. With then she's soon saying, he seems like a normal kid. Well, and it looks like he has that of a weird, well, submission kind of personality too. And seemed like, and not only that girl with the spiky brunette hair. And also, as soon Bubble Girl actually begins remembering Asuka's figure, as she soon looks down at her saying, What are girls these days eating to have bodies like that? As she shoots and shakes her head of non-distractions, with soon saying, even so, this Izuku Midoriya, he doesn't seem like a bad kid or anything like that. I wonder what reason that he has for Sir to wanting me to investigate him. Well, I don't have much on the kid right now, so I'll probably just head back to the agency for the time being. I hope Sir can understand. With that, Bubble Girl soon leaves as well. After messaging her report to her pro hero of a boss, Sir Night-Eye couldn't help but say, I thought she would give me better info, but it just seems like the boy has some luck with women if he already has a girlfriend. Even so, it makes it even harder if he has one for all, if he can't keep the secret. And it also opens up more targets for people to take it. With soon the man that says this having that of slick business back green hair, wearing that of golden yellow glasses, a gray business suit, and having that of a tall, lanky figure. However, his face basically says that he doesn't take no nonsense attitude. With Sood saying, I still can't believe you, All Might. Why? Why would you choose somebody like him? A quirkless boy. No, scratch that. The son of that man. As he soon looks down at the files on that of the Midoriya family, as with soon it says that's of Inko Midoriya and Hisashi Midoriya, as he stares daggers at Hisashi. However, his gaze soon lingers on to Izuku, as his anger is truly towards the green-net boy. Soon he remembers having that of a conversation over the phone with his former partner and the man that he still idolizes as the true symbol of peace, a hero among heroes, All Might, Toshinori Yagi. With then saying, what do you mean you already gave it to somebody? With then All Might on the phone saying, I mean I gave it to somebody who I believe is truly my successor. His name is Izuku Midoriya. With then soon Sir Night-Eye, eyes wide, saying, did you say Midoriya? Saying, well, yes. His last name doesn't matter. But what matters is that he is a truly kind-hearted, heroic, and spirited young man. A young man that's willing to literally sacrifice himself to save somebody. Did you not hear about the incidents about last year where he saved a little girl from being ran over? And yet, he didn't even want anything in return for it. He's truly a hero among heroes, with soon Night-Eye saying, don't you get it? You should have not given it to somebody like him. You shouldn't have given it to that of Mirio. He's truly more worthy of that quirk than that boy will ever be. With then, soon, All Might was completely and utterly caught off guard with Mirai's rant towards his successor. With soon saying, Night-Eye, no, Mirai, I don't know what issues you have with my successor, but just like my master before me, she chose me on her own free will. So I did the same with that of young Midoriya as well. I told you, the decision to choose my successor is mine and mine alone. I won't have you decide who deserves my quirk. Is that understood? Within hearing that of the strictness and authority through All Might's voice, Sir Night-Eye couldn't help but back down for this for a little bit. However, he's saying, all I want to do is to make sure that that somebody is truly worthy of being the symbol of peace. That's All Might. Within Toshinori saying, then trust me, the very person who was named the symbol of peace. Don't dare to question who I choose to be my successor again, Mirai. But soon, All Might's hanging up. Within, Sir Night-Eye basically clenching onto his cell phone so hard that the screen begins to crack before tossing it to a wall, destroying it entirely, saying, "You don't get it, Toshi. I'm trying to help you, but I'm trying to give you somebody who I deem is truly worthy of your quirk, truly worthy of One for All, and yet you're shoving me aside, all because of what I told you." With Vince saying, "But don't worry, I'll continue trying to help you, support you, even if you do not want it." With then fading back into the present, soon saying, "It had to be a Midoriya. No, it had to be a damn shinobi that took One for All. Those damn shinobi, they do nothing but take. I swear, I may not be in charge of One for All, but I can make sure that it goes to a proper vessel. I'll make sure that boy gives it to Mirio. He doesn't deserve it. No shinobi doesn't deserve it." As he says this with that of the most sadistic and that of brutally bloodlustery face that anybody has ever seen. But soon his door begins to open, as it being that of a blonde teen with that of a pretty muscular figure, and having that of a somewhat cartoonish face, saying, "Hello, sir. I'm just telling you that I'm finishing up on my patrols and I'm heading back home. I just wanted to tell you to have a good day." But then, soon, Sir Night-Eye, having that of his same stoic and uninterested face again, saying, "Good. Thank you, Lemillion. Your contribution to this agency is truly welcome and thankful." But soon, Mirio couldn't help but say, "Thank you, sir. I couldn't done without much on your teachings after all." With soon saying, "Also, you being a third year, I also hear that you become part of the top of the hero course at UA as well." Saying, "That's what I've been told after all. But I wouldn't have gotten here without either both you and Tamaki helping me out all this time." Within, Night-Eye couldn't help but have that of a simple smirk, as if you blink, you miss it. With soon saying, "You, as a third year, there's a certain first year I want you to keep an eye on once he comes to UA in the next couple of weeks or so." With soon saying, "Oh, really, sir? Who is it?" Saying, "His name is Izuku Midoriya. All I wish for you is just to keep an eye on him. That's all. I don't trust him, and I feel like he has some connection to villains. If you could, just try to keep an eye on him. If my suspicions are proven wrong, do not follow him anymore." With soon, Mirio saying, "I see. Well then, I'll do my best, sir. I promise. And if this Midoriya truly is a villain, then I'll take him down. With your permission, sir." As then, Night-Eye saying, "Good. Now, off you go. Don't want to worry your father, after all." Saying, "You got it. Well, have a good evening, sir. See you next time." As then, Mirio soon leaves with his same dopey grin as always. But then, Mirai couldn't help but giggle a little bit, saying, "Just you wait, Midoriya. You'll be giving One for All to Togeda soon enough. The real symbol of peace will deserve that quirk. I swear it." Back with Izuku, he soon began heading to Gessen Girls Academy, as soon school hours have now basically, finished, with soon many of the normal female students heading back to their dorm rooms, while some basically linger around the main school. As for Izuku, let's just say he has a hard time coming to the school most of the time when all the girls are here. Mostly because a few girls see him with disgust, some girls see him as pretty cute, and some just, well, ignore him, which he's grateful for those girls, to be honest. However, heading to the shinobi portion of the school, where the elite squad of the Gessen Girls Academy go, he soon begins heading to the elite squad main area. As he soon began to take the steps, he was soon tackled down by a certain blonde girl, as she soon screams, "Oh, it's so good to see you again, Master. I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to see you again. Please, Master, please punish me. Please punish your beloved bitch." With Izuku's entire face now going red as he soon nuttered, basically nervous and shocked and surprised at all of this, as he did not want to see, well, the girl that's basically grinding herself onto Izuku's crotch right now, as it being Ryoma, one of the shinobi girls of Gessen Girls Academy. With soon a girl basically kicks Ryoma in the butt, as soon grabbing her by her school uniform, by the collar, soon saying, "You stupid bitch. Don't you see that Izuku doesn't want anything to do with you? Learn some self-restraint, you idiot." Saying, "Oh, Ryobi, I just wanted to spend time with Master, that's all." With then soon Ryobi saying, "Later on I can punish you if you want, you stupid bitch, if that's what you would like, but just leave Izuku out of this crap." With soon Ryoma couldn't help but, well, nod, repeat over and over again repeatedly. With soon Ryobi basically looking at the, well, somewhat traumatized greenette, with soon she actually having that, from her resting bitch face, turning back to that, having that more softer look, saying, it's good to see you again, Izu. So, come to see Master Hasashi, or did you come to see any of the other girls by any chance?" With then Izuku's huge blushing face basically goes down for a bit before reacting to himself, saying, right. Thanks, Ryobi. And I didn't come to see Dad. I actually came to see Yumi, to be fair." But soon Ryobi couldn't help but say, "I see. Well, I'll take care of this stupid bitch while you go see your girlfriend after all." With then soon Ryomi saying, "Aw, please, Master, come see us when you get the chance. I wish to be punished by you." With then Izuku's face begins reddening once again. But soon Ryobi basically spanking Ryoma, saying, "We won't be touching you, you stupid slutty bitch. Now come on. We have homework to do before we start training anyway." But then Ryoma basically moaning in pleasure. But soon Izuku saying, "I will never get used to those twins." With soon Izuku climbing up to the stairs, heading to the main elite shinobi room, where he soon sees all of his childhood friends of the Gessen Girls elite squad. With then all 5 girls couldn't help but say, "Izuku, Izu, Deku." With then soon all girls basically jump Izuku, as they're all basically that's in a huge group hug for the green net. With then each one of them congratulating Izuku on making it into UA, as Shiki continues speaking seductively while congratulating him. Yozakura sternly, while also motherly, basically congratulating Izuku as well. With Miori also congratulating Izuku with clinging onto him like that of a, little sister clinging onto her older brother, even though the two of them are basically the same age. Within Morikumo also congratulating Izuku, but in that of a threatening and, serious way, because she's wearing her, Oni mask right now. As for Yumi, she already, congratulated Izuku on making it into UA after all. But she wouldn't mind doing it again by kissing him on the lips, with then making almost half of all the girls in the room basically jealous and annoyed at this, as she's doing this right in front of them after all. With soon Izuku having that of a huge blush on his face, with soon Izuku saying, well, thanks for all of that, actually. But to be fair, I wanted to see Yumi because there was something I needed to talk to her about. With then, soon, all the girls heard this, with then many of them being reluctantly to leave the room. With soon, it was only just Yumi and Izuku alone, as they soon sat on some cushions for a time being so they could talk. With soon Yumi saying, "So, what is it, Izuku?" With then Izuku drinking some tea for a little bit before soon saying, "It's about our relationship and also about me, confessing to Asuka alongside you as well." With soon Yumi saying, "Yes, what is it?" With then soon Izuku couldn't help but say, "I want you to meet Asuka. I told her about you as well. I also told her about Hono-chan and also Big Sis Miyabi too, and how I accepted their feelings even though it was by letters though." With soon Yumi saying, "I see. What time should I meet this Asuka after all?" Saying, wait, you're not mad or anything like that?" Saying, "Izuku, I told you I wouldn't mind you dating other girls at all. After all, many of us here at Gessen already have feeling for yous, after all." With then soon Izuku actually remembering what Yumi said about almost Yozakura, Shiki, Morikumo, and Miori also having feelings for Izuku after all these years, as part of him believes that that's not true, as they're just his childhood friends, nothing more, nothing less, as he thinks. However, he begins realizing that's, Asuka and also Yumi felt in love with him too. But even so, his years of self-doubt in himself and his obliviousness can't realize that. What soon saying, "So I guess that, maybe if you have the time, could you meet with me and Asuka?" With soon Yumi sipping her tea once again, with soon as a form of elegance about her, with soon saying, "I'll clear my schedule if I can for the next couple of days." Saying, "Really?" Saying, "Of course. This is for you, after all. And I would meet one of my harem sisters, after all. So why not?" With then Izuku's eyes widening, with his cheeks basically going completely and utterly red, saying, "Harem sisters? What?" Saying, "I told you, I do not mind sharing you, Izuku. But as long as I am their main wife, I do not mind at all." With she soon standing up, but saying, "I'll see. If you would like, we can spend time together if you wished, Izuku." With then she basically getting closer and closer to Izuku, as she's so close to him that he could feel her breath and also smell her fragrance, being her perfume and everything. With soon, as the moment the two begin, we're about to lock lips. Within the doors opening, as then soon Izuku and Yumi looking at the intruder, but then it being Hasashi saying, "Yeah, about that. You still have some training to do, Izuku." Saying, "Wait, what? But I thought..." "But nothing. Right now. I want to see how much you've improved on your shinobi barriers after all. After all, they're nothing but pretty lackluster, to be fair. And I'd rather fix that before you go to UA." Saying, "But Dad..." Saying, "No buts. You're coming with me. We're going to the training grounds right now." With soon Izuku saying, "Wait, Dad! Dad!" With soon the two disappearing. But then Yumi saying, "Huh, is what Shiki told me is called clam jamming? Huh, well, now I know." Soon at Masafu, and that's of a normal Japanese home, as it being the home of Yagayu, as she soon couldn't help but feel a little bit nervous and tense, given that she did send that pretty risque picture of her in nothing but lingerie underwear with soon to Izuku, as well, part of her doesn't regret doing it because it's that of a gift for her hero who saved her little sister after all. So, but even so, it still felt somewhat embarrassing for her. With then, soon she also began realizing that she's barely spent any time with Izuku during these past couple of months since then. And she realized that he plans on going to UA, plans on becoming a hero, especially since she got that message from him saying that he got in, which she's happy for him, but part of her already is aware that since UA is a huge hero school, that it takes too much time. Hell, even the school she's going to being that of Hanzo Academy, which is also a shinobi school, but a hero school as well. Because of that, she doesn't know if she probably should apply for the hero course as well, alongside being a shinobi, hoping that maybe she has a stronger chance with Izuku if they both work together as heroes once the two graduated, and as shinobis as well. As then she begins fantasizing about the two being the ultimate shinobi hero couple, as the two of them would be together forever and ever. But soon she begins having that of a bloody nose from, well, imagining many more risque things as well. But soon she's out of her, well, lewd daydream, but soon she begins hearing a voice saying, "Basis Yagayu, what are you doing?" With soon Yagayu basically, well, some freaking out as she realized that it's her little sister Nozomi, saying, "Oh, Nozomi-san, it's nothing. I was just saying, you were thinking about Mr. Izuku, right?" With soon she's saying, what makes you?" With then she points at her bloody nose. With soon with then Yagayu basically grabbing a couple of tissues. With soon saying, "I see your point there." Saying, "What is it, Nozomi?" With soon her little sister saying, "Why don't you tell Mr. Izuku how you truly feel?" With then Yagayu saying, "What do you mean? I mean, he's my hero. He's a close friend, given that he saved you after all. It's not that." With then Nozomi having that a puffed up cheese saying, "Big sis, I know you actually love Mr. Izuku for what he did, and how much you actually care about him too. And I believe he feels the same way you do too." With then Yagayu saying, I, with her saying, "Okay, maybe, but I'm afraid that he may, well, turn me down." Saying, "Then, if he does, try again. Just prove how much you care about him deeply. And I'll be rooting for you, big sis, because I wouldn't mind having Mr. Midoriya as my big brother one day." With soon Yagayu again having that of her active imagination, with soon realizing that she would have both her little sister and the boy of her dreams together. With soon more lewd things begin to pop up in her head as the tissues that were in her nose began to bleed out again. With soon Nozomi couldn't help but sigh at her some semi-perverted big sister. A few more days have now passed, with Yagayu basically walking around her neighborhood, as she did not need to do any, well, shinobi training today, as she's still on, well, the idea of her wanting to date Izuku more and become more than just friends, actually. With even remembering on what Nozomi said, wouldn't mind Izuku being her new big brother. With soon Yajayu continue blushing, saying, I mean, I wouldn't mind it either. I mean, Izuku saved Nozomi. And honestly, without Nozomi, I don't know what I would do. As soon she arrives at a crosswalk where in front is that of a local cafe. Then she looks and sees Izuku there, as she couldn't help but smile with a big blush on her face. As she was about to wave to Izuku, soon she sees that Izuku is waving for, well, Asuka. Then soon she sees this and as behind her, volcanoes begin to explode. With soon Izuku saying, it's so good to see you, Asuka. I'm glad that you were able to make some time for today. With then Asuka saying, of course, I did want to meet Yumi after all. With soon, so what's she like? With then Izuku saying, she's quite stoic, has a bit of an elegance, and is a hard worker when it comes to shinobi training, actually. She's also quite gifted too. With soon Asuka saying, I see. Is there anything else I need to watch out for though? Because since Katsuragi, after all. With then Izuku saying, oh no, she is nothing like Katsuragi, trust me. Hearing this, soon Asuka saying, oh thank God. So, what does she look like? With then Izuku saying, quite beautiful actually. She has that of, well, light blue gray hair in short. Also, she has the most beautiful light blue eyes, to be fair too. With then Asuka hearing this saying, oh, is that so? With soon Izuku saying, but I don't mean you're not beautiful either too. I just... With soon Asuka saying, I'm only messing with you, trust me. With then saying, are you sure you haven't been taking after Katsuragi that isn't perverted? With soon saying, well, maybe. As she says this with the scratching the back of her head. Back with Yajayu, she's saying, okay, it doesn't look like they're on a date or anything like that. Maybe they're just friends. Maybe I should just probably go and see. With soon, Yajayu was about to walk to the crosswalk before noticing a girl walk behind Izuku, as it being Yumi. With then she tapping Izuku's shoulder, with Izuku noticing her saying, Yumi, you're here. I want you to introduce you to... With soon, without warning, she actually kisses Izuku on the lips again. With then Asuka actually blushing in shock and surprise as she's saying, I haven't even kissed Izuku on the lips yet. With soon, as for Yajayu, she saw this and the volcanoes in the background soon switched to a literal earth-shattering earthquake that destroys everything behind her. But soon she's saying, Izuku is already in a relationship. He's already with somebody else. Haha, I see. With then Yajayu feeling like her entire heart has basically shattered and broken, as soon she was planning on walking back home. With that, back with Asuka and Yumi as they soon talk. With both Asuka and Yumi explain that they're both shinobis and they're both in both of their philosophies. With Asuka wanting to live up to the expectations of her grandfather, the great Hanzo. However, Yumi wants to live up to her late grandfather's ideas on eliminating all evil shinobi in the name of justice. With their ideas somewhat different, but the motives behind them somewhat similar though. is that they want to live up to their grandfather's names. However, Izuku was already aware that her grandfather, Kurokage, didn't want her to follow the same path that he did of becoming obsessed with eradicating the world of evil shinobi. And it's the very reason on that he wanted to change those very ideas that he once lived by. It worked with that of his father, but now that he's gone, now that it's Hasashi's turn to pass those ideas to the girls, which the others have started to understand what their grandfather originally wanted for them, except Yumi, unfortunately. She's still determined to rid the world of evil shinobi. And because of that, it's really hard for Izuku to completely trust her in combat. Because to him, he doesn't see good shinobi or evil shinobi. All he sees is shinobi and their duty to defeat the Yoma. But other than that, he's just glad that the two are starting to, get along with each other. With soon Yumi saying, I'm okay with you being with Izuku, Asuka. I don't mind having a harem sister, to be fair. With then Asuka saying, yeah, Izuku told me about that. It sounds pretty weird, but honestly, I don't mind having a sister in a different kind of way, though. With then Izuku couldn't help but sigh in that of relief. With then Yumi saying, but remember, I'm Izuku's main wife, after all. So it's only natural that he pays more attention to me. So I'm telling you to not be jealous when he does. Within Izuku's eyes widening and begin thinking, oh God, not this. Within Asuka saying, what do you mean main wife? I mean, within Yumi saying, exactly what I said, main wife. I met Izuku first when we were kids. So it only makes sense that I would be the one to be his main wife. Within Asuka saying, hey, I met Izuku when we were kids too. You can't say that you're Izuku's main wife, Yumi. Within Yumi saying, and why can I not? After all, I fell in love with him at first sight when my grandfather allowed me to meet him and his father. With then soon Asuka saying, hey, same way with me too. I was introduced to him by my grandfather, whose the student was his father. Within Izuku saying, this is exactly what I was worried about. Within him standing up saying, please, Yumi, Asuka, you're causing a scene. I mean, maybe we should talk about this on a more private and more. Within both Asuka and Yumi look at Izuku with that of a look of both of them are not backing down as earth begins to crackle behind Asuka and snowy winds begin to flurry around Yumi. As Izuku saw this, he feels like the small, timid kid that he used to be back then, as he's soon saying, I'll shut up now. Then soon both girls continue arguing about the top position as the main wife in Izuku's little harem. Little then Izuku knows he's being watched once again by Bubble Girl. But soon she began thinking, wow, this kid is a bit of a player, is he not? And plus, both girls look older than him, to be fair, now that I think about it. With soon, she looks through her phone as she looks up both girls, as saying, the girl with the spiky ponytail is that of Asuka. She goes to Hanzo Academy. Currently a first year, but going to be a second year in the next couple of weeks or so. As for the girl on the left, she's also a first year. Her name's Yumi, and she goes to Guessing Girls Academy. Currently, she's working as part of the hero course. Her grades in that course are not half bad, if I have to say. Other than the boy having that of woman problems, I have to say, he doesn't seem like a bad kid. Again, why is Sir Night Eyes so obsessed with him? As Bubble Girl begins thinking this, soon a crowd of people begin to run away. With then soon she noticed the crowd of people screaming and panicking. Within both Izuku, Yumi, and Asuka noticed the same thing. All three of them head, or should I say, all four of them head to the location on where it's all coming from. As two villains are basically causing a panic. Within a few heroes are in a hostage situation, as one of the villains is that of a big dude with that of stone hands and arms, as he's wearing that of a school uniform, but not just any uniform. It is a uniform from Izuku's junior high, Aldera. As for the other guy, as he looks like a full-fledged, villain, as he has that of a black tank top outfit with gloves that look like the night is day that goes all the way up to his elbows. However, the lower half of his body looks like it's engulfed in shadows itself, and he's the one holding the hostage, who happened to be Yajayu. With then Yajayu unable to say anything. Hell, her arms, legs, and hands are all binded together, with even her mouth gagged too. However, her bindings look pretty damn sexual, as the shadows are binding around her breast, ass, and thighs entirely. As the two girls and the young hero and the future hero in training see the situation, as Izuku's eyes widening as he noticed Yajayu, saying, "Miss Yajayu!" Within Asuka saying, "You know her, Izuku?" Saying, "Yeah, she's a friend of mine. I met her when I saved her little sister from that car accident." With then Yumi saying, "Such disgusting evil deeds that they are doing, holding a young woman hostage." With then Izuku noticed the other guy, as he's wearing the same uniform that he wears from Aldera, saying, "Wait, I know that guy. He goes to my junior high school." With soon the Shadow Man saying, if you don't want this little girl to get hurt, heroes, you let us go right here and now. And if you don't, well, I think we all know we can't have that, don't we?" As the villain grabs onto Yajayu's chin, as she's completely feeling uncomfortable and that of disgust being wrapped around this guy's shadow quirk. Within the rock guy saying, "Seriously, I did not pay for this. You said that our job was just to kidnap this girl. Easy money, damn it." Saying, "Shut up, brat. You wanted to get it. You couldn't get into UA, so you had to become a villain to do what you want. So get over it. This change of plans. Even if we're in a hostage situation, they wouldn't risk a hostage dying in this. It will be a tarnish on these pro heroes' career after all." With then Suit saying, "Yeah, but..." As looking back at the crowd of people and the pros, he began to be thinking, "Damn it, how the hell did I get myself into this again? All I wanted was to go to UA, become a hero, reach the top, become famous, and gain a lot of money. Simple as that. So how the hell did I fail all those damn tests? They shouldn't have mattered. Why the hell do they have all those damn tests to begin with? Damn it." As he's feeling frustrated about the situation that he's in, within one of the heroes began to rush at the two villains. With then soon the rock teenager actually throwing his fist down, creating that of a small shockwave and spider cracks into the ground, as the hero was soon knocked back. Within saying, "Like he said, don't do anything stupid unless you want the hostage to die here. You stupid pros. You don't want your precious sparkling record to get tarnished with a hostage dying, don't you?" Within Yajayu completely freaking out, as she's internally thinking, If this bastard wasn't holding me binded, I think I would be able to get out of here. If I would be able to, I should be able to transform, and yet I can't. And also this guy's shadow quirk is so gross. I can feel him all across my body. If soon she began thinking, I felt the only person that should be able to touch this should be Izuku. Then she began thinking, maybe being with him was never in the plan. Maybe confessing how I felt to him was never to be mine. Within, Yajayu began thinking and internally saying, I think the only thing, if I'm going to die here, at least let the one thing I see left is either Izuku or Nozomi. Seeing the two people I care about the most in this world would be a waste not to. Soon, as Nozomi says this, a burst of wind and lightning soon appears right in front of the two villains, as the person in front of them is Izuku in his shinobi tenshin. Then both villains alongside Yajayu were completely surprised and shocked, soon he's saying, where the hell did you? But then the rock villain was about to hit Izuku. However, Izuku slashes his arm, basically removing all of his rocks from his arm, saying, how did he? Before Izuku basically backhanding him with his Adachi, knocking him out on the ground. But then the shadow villain saying, how the hell? When you're not supposed to, wait a minute. As he looks at his surroundings, he realized that they're not in the street corner that they were on before, as now they're basically in some kind of weird, location, as it looks like that of a battle arena. And as the shadow villain saying, wait, when the hell did everything change? Soon Yajayu saying, how did I not notice a shinobi barrier being put up? And I've never seen a shinobi barrier like this before. As then one of Izuku's Odachis began to crackle lightning, with soon the villain saying, hey, if you hit me, you hurt the girl as well. She's connected to my shadow. Then soon Izuku saying, she may be. However, I can tell by looking at you. Attacking you is attacking her, but it has to be used by a quirk. Good thing that my ninjutsu skills are not a quirk. Soon, Yajayu basically eyes widening as she realizes that the voice is Izuku. Then soon, the lightning begins to electrify the shadow villain, as it's only electrifying him and not Yajayu. As soon, the shadows around her began to disappear. Then she began falling near Izuku, as he soon plants his Adachis into the ground, and then catches Yajayu, saying, are you okay, Yajayu? Then soon, Yajayu begins to blush, as then she begins to hold on to Izuku closely, saying, I am now my hero. Then Izuku blushing, but basically shoves it off for a split second before saying, Yumi, let down the barrier now. Soon Yumi actually nodding, as she soon places hand signs, one to her chest and one up into the sky, as then saying, barrier down. Soon everything begins to shatter, within the location going back to normal. Then many of the heroes and the civilians alongside Bubble Girl also figure out something, that they're now that everything seems different, or rather back to normal, without them realizing that none of them were inside of the shinobi barrier. Then one of the pro heroes saying, what just happened? Soon they noticed that both villains were knocked out, and Izuku was holding on to Yajayu, with soon Izuku giving Yajayu to the pros, saying, please, sir, take care of her. I don't know if she was truly hurt or anything, but saying, who are you? Are you a pro by any chance? Saying, no, just call me a concerned citizen wanting to help out. And don't worry, I didn't use my quirk, just pure unadulterated training, that's all. As soon as the ground begins to shake and crumble, as then it begins to split under Izuku. As soon it goes into the ground for a split second before it soon closes up. Within, everybody was shocked and surprised, saying, what the? Wait, did he use his quirk this time? Saying, I'm not sure. Little did everybody know, Asuka created that of a small sinkhole that led to an underground tunnel to her location, back to where they were at a little while ago, behind the crowd. As then Izuku pops up from the ground, within reverting from his shinobi transformation back to his normal attire and clothes. With soon Izuku saying, thanks Asuka. Yumi saying, within both girls saying, it was our pleasure, Izuku. With soon Bubble Girl noticed the entire situation, saying they basically took care of the whole hostage situation all by themselves. I didn't know how or why, but even so, they did something that a veteran pro could do, and yet they're just teenagers. I don't know who this Izuku Midoriya is, but whatever Sir has worried about this kid, it's unfounded, unwarranted. If anything, I think this kid has the true potential of becoming a great hero. If that's the case, maybe I should put an end to this case and tell Sir Nida about this. Hopefully he'll listen. As Bubble Girl began to walk away, but then Yajayu noticed Izuku with Yumi and Asuka. But soon, she's saying, Izu. Then Izuku saying, Yajayu, are you okay? But then she actually downright actually hugged Izuku, and as he soon fell to the ground. But then both Asuka and Yumi were shocked, with Asuka's mouth actually wide open, with Yumi's eyes actually widened, but still having her stoic face and everything. But soon Yajayu saying, thank you. I thought I would never be able. You saved me. Thank you so much. Within Izuku saying, hey, you're special to me, Yajayu. You're one of my closest friends. I don't think I could. Within Yajayu cutting him off, as she soon screams out, I love you, Izuku Midoriya. I've always have. With soon, everybody in the crowd, alongside the pro heroes, were completely shocked and surprised hearing a confession out of nowhere. As for, Asuka, Yumi, and Izuku, Asuka was completely dumbfounded. Yumi was utterly shocked, but replaced it with that of curiosity. As for Izuku, let's just say the Green Net basically feels like he can't catch a break when it comes to women, as Izuku.exe has basically shut down for the foreseeable moment. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to read them. Also, how do you guys like that Sir Night-Eye is trying his best to take back One for All from Izuku? And originally, My Hero Academia had a lack of heroes versus heroes. And you could say that Vigilantes does that, with the Vigilantes facing against the heroes and all that. But for me, I always thought that, what about pro heroes sabotaging other pro heroes? I mean, like that kind of hero versus hero. Given that there are so many people in this world that would do anything to become popular or have respect or money, why wouldn't there be sabotage between pro heroes? And the best way to do that is through Sir Night refusing Izuku to be All Might's successor. I always felt like Mirai had some kind of obsession with All Might's destiny and the certain ideas that he believes that the number one hero should be, than anything like that. That's how I always thought that Sir Night was at first. But personally, since the anime and manga basically changed that ideas and that he was just a worried friend slash former sidekick, that's all. However, I decided to change that to how I originally saw Sir Night. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, because now it's going to be a battle between that of Izuku and Sir Night slash Mirio in the future chapters of this story. So yeah, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification as well to keep up to date with my videos. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon. All link in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care.